What's going on, everybody? Alec TV back with another video, and in today's video we'll be discussing an article that was written by Inquisitor, and the headline reads: NBA rumors Knicks could offer Kemba Walker, Alec, Burks, and Evan Fournier for Russell Westbrook, says former GM. This article was written by JB Barullo, and he goes on to say that the Los Angeles Lakers point guard Russell Westbrook is one of the NBA superstars who are frequently mentioned in various trade speculations. With his underwhelming performance and struggle to build chemistry with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in Los Angeles, most people believe that the Lakers would explore moving Westbrook before the 2022 NBA trade deadline. No, so the first thing I would like to point out is that's not Russell Westbrook's fault in terms of underwhelming performance, playing alongside LeBron James and building chemistry and things like that. That's not his fault because he didn't ask to be put in that situation. They recruited him to come to the Lakers, and the chemistry is not going to be built when it's not a good fit. So that's not his fault. They're trying to say with his underwhelming performance and the struggle, it's because he was inserted into a system to where he didn't fit. Now, I agree that Russell Westbrook in the past is the cause for, or the reason for a lot of the issues pertaining to like Kevin Durant and, their struggles and them not being able to, advance, further into the playoffs, into the postseason. So you can, yes, blame Russell Westbrook for a lot of things in the past, but I wouldn't solely put the onus on Russell Westbrook. It's not all his fault. But he goes on to say that, however, the Lakers aren't expected to move Westbrook just for the sake of getting him out of Los Angeles. If they trade Westbrook, it would be in a deal that would enable them to acquire players that would make them a more competitive team in the 2021-2022 NBA season. Former GM proposed Russell Westbrook to Knicks trade. He says one of the potential trade partners for the Lakers in the deal involving Westbrook is the New York Knicks. In a recent appearance on Low Podcast, post podcast with Zach Lowe, former NBA general manager and ESPN insider Bobby Marks proposed a hypothetical trade scenario that would enable the Knicks to acquire Westbrook from the Lakers before the 2022 NBA trade deadline. He says, "I'd call the Lakers for Russell Westbrook. I'm offering Kemba Walker, Alec, Burks, and Fournier for Russell Westbrook in the 2027 lottery protected first round pick from the Lakers," Mark said. "That's the trade I'm offering." So he goes on to talk about the proposed trade benefits, the Knicks, so on and so forth. So if you guys would like to read the full article, the link is in the description box. Now, me, myself, personally, I wouldn't trade, if I'm the Lakers general manager, I would not trade Russell Westbrook. Now, it depends on the direction that you're going. Now, it seems as though that they're all in on LeBron James. So if you're all in on a 37-year-old LeBron James, which I'm not understanding, if you're planning on passing the torch eventually, why are you going all out for a 37-year-old opposed to going all out for someone who's 33 or younger, someone like Anthony Davis? Now, you have to make the decision. If you're going to make LeBron James the primary focus at 37 years old, then by all means, trade Russell Westbrook and trade Anthony Davis, because you're relying on a 37-year-old who is getting injured, and he may go on a stretch where he may have these, he's looking like the LeBron James in his prime. But you can't sustain that for a long drawn out season. Like, that's just, for somebody where father time is approaching or father time is near, he's almost 40 years old. Why are you putting LeBron James why are you continuing to try to make LeBron James the face when it's a new day? Russell Westbrook did not play it that bad. These last few stretch of games, Russell Westbrook has limited down on, his turnovers. He's playing a lot better. And Anthony Davis, I'm not as upset or disappointed in Anthony Davis as many people are, because this is who he was when LeBron James and Clutch Sports, use their leverage and their power to force Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers. So this is who Anthony Davis is. It's not like we was expecting, or I wasn't expecting, for Anthony Davis to just come in and all of a sudden not, have the injury bug, and, he would not be made of glass, and, they gave him the nickname Street Clothes and things like that. So I don't view Anthony Davis in a negative way that everybody else does. I still think that Anthony Davis is potentially one of the best big men in the game. I just think that his, he's not allowed to have the freedom that he wants. He's lost the hunger. And I think all of that comes from the toxic environment that LeBron James brings to a team. I think once you remove that, and I don't even think Frank Vogel is that bad of a coach, but if you just gut the entire team out, as I've been saying since the beginning of the season, I think that the Lakers should just gut the entire team, build around Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, or just solely build around Anthony Davis. But Russell Westbrook, he's proven that without LeBron James in the lineup, like there are people saying that, oh, well, look, the Lakers are losing without LeBron. The Lakers were losing with LeBron. So what difference do it make? They were getting blown out with LeBron James in the lineup starting. Now, it doesn't matter if he's going on these having these big scoring games, because it's resulting in the Lakers losing. So it ultimately does not matter how many points. He could put up 50, 60 points. If they're losing, it don't matter. Back in the day, if you lost, you lost. Like, it didn't matter how many points you put up. I don't care about your highlights. It didn't matter. But Russell Westbrook was able to surpass Kobe Bryant records. So he was able to, that was a great accomplishment by scoring 30 points and a half. Nobody did that since Kobe. He has that mentality that Kobe has. And I've praised him for that in the past multiple times. I've said that he has that same competitiveness, that drive, that attitude, that killer instinct that Kobe and Jordan has. It's just that Russell Westbrook has he goes about channeling it the wrong way. He does not know how to have controlled aggression, knows when to turn it on and when to turn it off. If he can develop that, and you put him around a coach that he could trust and that's going to get in his face and tell him, don't tell him what he want to hear, tell him what he needs to hear, then I think Russell Westbrook, you could put more trust in him. Or just down the stretch, get the ball into the hands of somebody that's trusted, to be trusted. You got the free agency coming up, where it's the most loaded pool in recent history. Kevin Durant, James Harden. I mean, so many I can't even name. It's like walking into a candy store. Take your pick, So trade LeBron James before the NBA trade deadline. I don't think that the Knicks would make this trade, but I don't think Russell Westbrook is that bad of a player. I don't think that anybody that you insert right now, currently, with the Lakers is going to make a difference. They're still going to be trash because LeBron James is the root of the problem. And until you remove him, because they're going to always shift blame to somebody else. They're going to shift blame to Anthony Davis. They're going to shift blame to Russell Westbrook. They're going to shift blame to, the bench. But there's a lot of, moving without the ball, without LeBron James, cutting to the basket, screens being set, the offense is not stagnant, the game is much more flow, and, Malik Monk is getting his shots. A lot of these players are just playing freely, and they don't have any draft picks. They don't have anything. Like the Lakers is just tied up in this so much. I think that if you're going to trade Russell Westbrook, that will be a bad message to send, because you're letting it be known that you're going to do whatever it takes to satisfy LeBron James, when it should be to satisfy the Laker fan base, us, the Laker fans, not LeBron James, not for your own monetary gain. We can win, but make sure everybody's out there competing. Don't try to cheat the win. This trade don't benefit neither one of us. Let us keep Russell Westbrook, trade LeBron James, and build around Anthony Davis or Russell Westbrook. Or trade Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis and just start over. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.